Ah, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Phightins final here on the Edge of Philly Sports with your boy Matty B, coming at you in the wee hours of Tuesday morning, May 2nd. Forgot it changed, but you know what? We're dedicated here on EOP. It doesn't matter if it's 1 a.m., 8 p.m., 10 p.m. We're going to bring you the finest in Philadelphia Philly postgame entertainment that we possibly can. But unfortunately, tonight the Phillies did not cooperate at all, as they were just shown the door out there in Los Angeles tonight by the Dodgers to a tune of a 13-4 beatdown at the hand of the Dodgers that just ended a few minutes ago. But I got to come on, and do this because I'm dedicated. And I mean, how much more dedication do I have to show? Not only did I stay awake till 1 a.m. to watch that game, but I'm going on live right after to talk about that game. So here is to my dedication to my craft and to the Edge of Philly sports. But let's get on to this game because it was not fun to watch. It was not fun to. I'm sure it wasn't fun to be there if you're a Phillies fan. There was a little bit of good news that came out of LA today, and we'll get to that. But let's jump into the game because we had a game, and it was not a good one. Ty Walker gets the start for the Phillies as he continues to kind of struggle through the early part of this season. Smith would get things going for the Dodgers in the very beginning of the game, a solo shot to make it 1-0. And then Peralta would make it 4-0 in the bottom of the second when he would hit a 3-run homer. Hayward would come in the third and make it 5-0. Schwarber would get things kind of started, I guess, for the Phillies, 5-1 with his with the solo shot in the fourth. And then the Dodgers just poured it on from there. Freddie Freeman makes it 7-1 in the fourth. Smith would knock in Freeman to make it 8-1 in the fourth. Castellanos would have a bases loaded double or single that would score 2 runs to make it 8-3. And then it was 9-3, 9-4, 11-4, 12-4. You get the story here. 13-4 pounding at the hands of the Dodgers. Offensively for the Phillies, I guess Castellanos is probably your guy tonight. 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. He also struck out twice, but he was your offensive standout for the Mets, or for the Mets, the Dodgers. Mookie Betts 3 for 5, 3 RBIs. Freddie Freeman 3 for 5, 2 RBIs. Will Smith 2 for 5, 2 RBIs. Peralta 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. I mean, it just kind of reads like that on and on and on for the for the Dodgers tonight. Pitching wise, Ty Walker just putrid 3 1/3, 8 hits, 8 runs. All of them were earned. 3 walks. He struck out 6, but he gives up 3 more home runs. He falls to 2-2 on the season. His ERA now has ballooned almost to 7. He is sporting a 6.91 ERA. Vasquez, Marte, Kimbrough, Ortiz, and Cody Clemens got some work tonight as well for the Phillies. On the Dodger side, Gosselin went 4.5. He gave up 5 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. He gave up that 1 homer. Bickford, Gonzalez, who gets credit for the win, and Miller pitched for the Dodgers in their 13-4 walloping of the fighting Phillies tonight out there in LA. Phillies now, after having, I guess, a resurgence of somewhat in April to kind of push them over 500. We'll start off the month of May 0-1, back down to that 500 plateau. 15-15 now through 30 games. Dave tuning in. Walker did not have it tonight. The game was over in the fourth inning. Yes, it was, Dave. And Walker hasn't had it consistently all season. I'm not giving up on the guy. I'm just getting concerned that this is not happening as much as I need it to happen. With the case of our rotation as it is, having Ty Walker be able to be consistent is paramount until we get some kind of help back there. But so far, not good consistently. He's just really baffling how he gives up the home run ball. Also baffling on his pitch selection. He's going with one of his weaker pitches a lot. The curveball just doesn't curve enough for him right now. It's hanging up there in the zone and it's being socked around the yard. But hey, 13-4. I guess I don't know. There's nothing really positive you can pull out of 13-4, but maybe there's one thing we can pull positively out of 13-4. Bryce Harper has been activated. He has been cleared medically, and he will resume baseball activities with the Phillies tomorrow. He will be in the lineup, presumably as the DH. So Bryce Harper, a little little bit more than 5 months, call it maybe 5.5 months after having Tommy John surgery, is now returning to the baseball lineup for the Phillies. How long is it going to take him to get kind of in the swing of things? Obviously, we ain't going to know that until gets out there. But is it a sign in the right direction? Absolutely. Is anybody concerned that they might be rushing him? I don't know, but 5.5 months is pretty impressive to come back from Tommy John surgery and return to the lineup. So tomorrow night, Bryce Harper will be in the lineup for the Phillies for Game 2 of this series, hopefully with better results than Game 1. You know, Dave, where do you put him in this lineup? Is my question. That's a good question, Dave. I think we go back to the lineup that I wanted to have all along, which would be Turner leading off. And again, I know he's been struggling, but I've always thought Turner should stay leading off. I like Bohm at 2, Harper at 3, Schwarber at 4, uh, JT at 5, Castellanos at 6. That would probably then put a combination of what Sosa 7, um, Martian Stott down there at the bottom of the lineup as well. So that's the lineup I think the Phillies should go with. I've always felt that way, and now that Harper is back, perhaps we go to that. But obviously, with Turner's struggles and all that, I'm not really certain. And Turner's struggles and Stott's resurgence, I'm not really sure if they're going to flip around the lineup for him, but we'll see. Yeah, Dave, you would think from the outside looking in that is the case, but I mean, obviously there's doctors involved and there's millions of dollars at stake here. I'm not really sure that they would rush him back if he couldn't be back. Don't forget, he's not going to be throwing. He's going to be primarily a DH. Um, but not to mention the fact that he hasn't hit live pitching in what since November. I mean, real MLB live pitching since November. No spring training. He's hitting off a tee, whatever. He took a few BP sessions with live pitching on a mound, but come on, we'll see. I think everybody should be very expectation managed with him. When he comes back, it's probably going to take him about a month to figure out his swing again, and we'll kind of go from there. But welcome back, Bryce Harper. I'll take it. Let's take a look around Major League Baseball tonight, or last night, I guess. Now at this point, the Braves and the Mets finishing up their weekend series with a doubleheader today, as they were rained out. Just about everybody around the Eastern Seaboard was rained out this weekend. Uh, no matter what you were doing outside, it just was consistently raining all weekend. But the Braves and Mets played the twin bill up at Citi Field. They split the series. The Braves took game 1, the Mets took game 2. The Cubs over the Nationals 5-1. Guardians over the Yankees 3-2. The Red Sox over the Blue Jays 6-5. Astros over the Giants 7-3. And the Padres over the Reds 8-3. And that is your look around Major League Baseball for this early Tuesday morning, or depending on where you're at, late Monday night. As mentioned, tomorrow, game 2 of this set will continue in LA, another 10-10 start. Matt Strahm will take the hill for the Phillies, and he'll be opposed by Arias for the Dodgers out there in LA, a 10-10 start. And don't forget, we'll be covering that game for you right after. Again, another late night for me, as I'm handling the West Coast duty for this one. We'll see how this thing goes. Maybe we'll crank it back down to the afternoon, but trying to fit in a lot of stuff here on the network these days. So, but I'm happy to do it. Doing it with a smile. Uh, but but yeah. Now, as far as the month of April goes, obviously yesterday the Phillies wrapped up a very successful month in my eyes. One game over 500. Based on how this month kind of began, kind of the things they were dealing with, I think the Phillies pulled themselves out of it. Good sign. I think they're kind of, I'm not saying rounding in the form, but I think they're starting to figure it out. It's starting to gather the 2023 identity and leaving the 2022 identity where it needs to be left. So, my old thing has been, in the month of April for a baseball season, you want to do two things. You want to be at least 500 or better, and you want to be relatively healthy. The Phillies finished at 500, or one game over 500. Check. Relatively healthy, maybe not. So, but I'll take one for two there. But now, as May comes in, May's a month that really torpedoed this season last year. I think we were what 6-18 in the month of May last year. We can't do that. We got to be better in May, and we got to get some momentum. We got to put together some momentum based on what we were able to accomplish in April. Tonight is obviously not a good way to get that started, but thankfully there's a lot more of these games left to play this month. And if you're doing the math at home, the Phillies were 12-16 at this point last year. They were dealing with a couple of rainouts in that process, but so a lot better than they are now. Or a lot better this season right now than they were last. But and I know I promised I wouldn't talk about last season anymore, but I'm trying to grab onto something at a 13-4, 1 o'clock in the morning post game show to talk about. But Ty Walker, not good. Offensively, the team, they hit as they typically do, but they weren't getting the big hits, and I mean, you couldn't survive what Ty Walker did. That this team couldn't survive it. I mean, too many home runs too early. Dodgers got up early on them, and it was really kind of snowballed from there when they had to go into the bullpen. Cody Clemens, as I mentioned, did pitch at the end there. That is the third position player the Phillies have used so far through 30 games to come in to pitch in a blowout. Not a very optimistic statistic if you're a Phillies fan. So 13-4, there you have it from LA. Folks, that is going to do it. I'm going to bed. All right. I'm tired. But don't forget, tomorrow night we will be back. We'll be back after the game tomorrow night to come at you and give you hopefully a very good report on Bryce Harper and a Phillies win. Dave says after this series, the Sox come to town doesn't get much easier with the schedule. Just saying, yeah, it's going to be a rough month, Dave. I agree. Not only you got the Red Sox, you got the Mets and Braves this month coming in, or coming up. We're on the road both times against them, but hey, it's time to play some baseball, and that's why you got to get some momentum going. You got to use this, and you got to win the games you can win. I think it's been a very successful road trip up to this point, and tomorrow we have an opportunity, and on Wednesday to finish it up strong. So hopefully that's where we go, folks. Until we talk again tomorrow night, you guys enjoy the rest of your early morning, and oh, actually, you know what? Let me kind of wrap around a little bit. This is the lineup. Actually, this is last week's lineup. I'm not even going to do that because it's not even the right lineup, but this is correct. Don't forget the Wiffle Ball Mania and Eagles Autism fundraiser on May 13th at Dolan's from 1 to 8. Look at all the great people that are going to be there. Charlie Manuel, Mickey Morandini, Jamie the Philly sports guy, Hollis Thomas, just to name a few, at Dolan's on May 13th. Please make your way over there. Any workman's comp, vehicle motor accidents, personal injury, criminal law, Dave Cherry is the guy. Call 50610-565-0300 for great concert, sports, and theater venue tickets. Look no further than Sherry's Tickets, www.sherrystickets.com. Save an additional 10% when you enter the promo code EOP10. And there you have here is the ultimate or the Philly sports trip. This is just kind of a teaser slide about all the great Eagle stuff that's coming up. The schedule is coming out, I think, in a couple weeks, so you'll know exactly when all these games are. But there's things happening right now. I think they still have that thing going on in Denver on May 13th, the Union Phillies trip out there. So go over, check them out. I know they got some trips going out to not City Field, but they're going to Wrigley, and they're going to Pittsburgh this summer for the Phillies. Head over to phillysportstrips.com and check out everything those guys have to offer. They do a great job. They're really great organization. So, folks, that is going to wrap me up, man. I'm going to head out of here. 13-4, Phillies losers tonight to the LA Dodgers. Nothing really positive to talk about. Just a bad pitching performance by Taijuan Walker. And one of those games you kind of try to put in the rearview mirror as soon as possible. So we talk again tomorrow night. Go Phils.